Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Lux, and we'll be facing off against the final stage of the Targon adventure from the Nightmares campaign with friends like these. If you haven't caught up yet, you make sure that you watch the previous parts so you know exactly what we've been doing up until this point. We've actually accumulated a decent amount of power and a decent amount of lethality thanks to the endless eternal hunger combined with the spellburn. But considering the deck we have, I think we'll still struggle against this encounter, the Heart of the Fluffed. Hopefully we find something before then that will help us deal with it. Falling Comet. We don't need upgrades for the Falling Comet even though we have one. Communal Mana Flow. Does the opponent benefit more from the ramp than I do? Once we reach 6 mana we can start duplicating our spellcasts with the Chemtech duplicator. So maybe I benefit more from the Communal Mana Flow. We'll see. Affection Poro. All we have to do is just kill the opponent's units and then he won't be able to replay them because he won't have access to draw. So even if the opponent's power shuffles copies of the Poros back into the deck, it won't matter. At least that's the hope. Ooh, that's extremely unlucky. We roll the Resplendent Plate Armor off of the House Rules. We couldn't have asked for a worse outcome. And we don't have a spell that we can play on 5. I guess we're just doing a Mobilize first. Mage Seeker Conservator. And then we do Lux. At least Lux deals 3 to everything when we summon her. So that's 3 Poros gone. And then we get to attack with both Luxes. Generate the final spark. Let's get rid of the Poro King. It gets shuffled back into the opponent's deck. But next turn we're already at 6 mana. So I was about to say, we're already at 6 mana, so surely we'll be able to clear the opponent's entire board and then pull off a win through there. But the opponents just decided to go for an open attack right away. Which I don't quite understand. I guess he saw an opportunity to just kill me and took it. Can't really blame him. Fortunately, I'll be able to clear both of the largest Poros on the board. And through this, we have removed enough threats from the board to the point where I can just do this here. And then I'll start shaping on the back of it. Heal up. We probably don't even need the heal. Let's get rid of that one. Shock Blast. Shock Blast will probably be a better choice than start shaping. We have the regeneration to heal ourselves back up, so we don't need to heal on our own. It's preferable to get rid of the opponent's largest threats. This actually deals 12. And generates 2 other units that we can use to deal damage to the opponent's Nexus. Ooh, that's a pretty big unit. But I don't care. can just attack like this. We generate another final spark. We soften up that unit. We rally again, and then we win. I guess playing Lux on turn 1 is a good way to ensure that we can just fall in combat the Heart of the Fluff on the second turn, the opponent's attacking turn, which ensures that they basically waste their entire board. All of these are terrible choices. Equinox is terrible. We don't want cheap spells. We don't want an upgrade for the Golden Ages. I don't want to spend more rerolls. I'm just going to take the flight and move on. Hopefully we find another way to cut cards from our deck. Mountain's Peak. The opponent would benefit more from Mountain's Peak than I do, probably. Let's just do Endurance. Meditation, Stargazer, the Rekindler, Item Chest. Once again, I'm tempted to go for the Elder Dragon, Norra and Vex path. The foe curses the player's strongest unit with shackles. When the foe attacks, they summon an attacking ephemeral level 2 Mordekaiser. I really want that meditation. It's going to suck though. I'm going for the meditation. This encounter and the Norra and Vex one will probably be a bother to deal with. The opponent's going to ramp up thanks to my own power. And then I'll struggle to keep Lux on the board. To be fair, I only need to keep Lux on the board from turn 1 to turn 2. And I'll be guaranteed the victory. Doesn't change the fact that it will be painful. That reinforcement's fine.
No gloom that at all care, old chair.
Let's mobilize. Hopefully we can bait the opponent's story procs with our cheaper units. Let's attack with the flight. Generate a final spark. We'll use the Golden Ages. There's the story procs. I could actually not do Lux this turn to go for the Mage Seeker Inciter. But now that the opponent spent all of his mana, I actually want to go for Lux. Just because it allows me to do this attack. Keep throwing our units. Keep clearing the opponent's board. And then next turn I'm just going for the Falling Comet on the landmark. Right away. Falling Comet there. He has a single landmark. So he can't really debuff my units too much. At least I hope. We get rid of that thing. I'll give Lux some protection because he has a unit with Challenger. Yep. But that's slow. Which means I can do this. Which will generate 2 units. The unfortunate part is that he's dealing damage to my Nexus. I'll just rely on the just rely on the what's it called? The regeneration in between encounters to heal up. Okay, I think I developed our game plan. We just ensure that we play Lux on the first turn, and then we have the second turn for the big combo. Remembrance Norra's Tea. I guess it's a way to get more units onto the board as well. Shock Blast, X-Tech Proto Belt, Reinforcements. I just said I wanted to cut the Mage Seeker Insider, but would playing it for cheap be better? Or would it be better to just Shock Blast for an additional 2 damage? 5, 7 from the Elemental Winds. You know what, the extra damage might be better than the singular unit. Because we have to take into consideration all of our spells summon units onto our board. So this singular unit's probably not worth the amount of units we get from our spells. I know what we're doing this turn. We're definitely using Succession. Then we're using Mobilize. And then maybe we'll do double Mage Seeker Conservator. I might go for the Flight Burst just to tempt the opponent into interacting with me. It didn't. Apparently I didn't count my mana properly because I ended up not enough mana to play the Lux. Well, at least I got double the attacks with the Dauntless Vanguard, so I got double the final sparks. So things could be worse. We have a pretty sizable board. The opponent doesn't really have a threatening board on his own. That's a problem though. Yeah, I'll drop down the Lux.
We can do this.
Even though I end up wasting one of the Luxes that I summon, it's fine. We're going to take a sizable amount of damage here. I should have just stuck to my plan of summoning Lux on the first turn, but
This is my choice.
I had to mess up and not count my mana properly. I can still do some fun things here. I can Remembrance, level up the Lux, and go for a rally.
I've been hiding my light too long.
Alongside the final spark. Let's do all the mages there. We'll proc the scout. The opponent's out of mana, so you can't really prevent any of the things that are about to happen to him. Unfortunate part is the damage mitigation from the extra plating. I think that's the difference between being able to close out the game here or not. Can go for Prismatic Barrier. You know what? I'll go for the Prismatic Barrier.
We're in this together.
Maybe I will be able to close out the game this turn. We are getting a lot of damage through. Little damage there. Give that the barrier keyword. Yeah, we've just from the damage onto the units alone we managed to grow all of our units to the point where we can kill the opponent comfortably, even through the tough and damage halving from the landmark.
Would it help if I apologize?
And now we take on the Elder Dragon. Brainworm? Yeah, sure. 1 mana, discard a card from the opponent's hand. Well, it's not always 1 mana, but still, most of the time it's 1 mana. Let's get rid of that. Definitely getting rid of the flight. And we can't get rid of anything else, so this is our deck. 42 cards. Less than I'd like. But at least a lot of the cards are redundant. So we have consistency on that front. Let's keep the succession for the ramp, just in case. Hopefully we get a Lux here. No Lux is extremely rough, and it might be the reason why we lose. Let's do succession first. Mesh Seeker Conservator. We intend to go for the Mobilize, so that will help us cycle through our deck. We can discard most of the cards in the opponent's hand with the Mobilizes. There goes the Elder Dragon. Ooh, that's an Ezreal. Maybe we can kill the opponent's units with an Ezreal. When this dies, it rallies. Let's attack with it then.
Pretty cringe.
We can get rid of the Norra first. That dies, we rally again. I was worried the opponent was going to play something big from the port here. Maybe I was mistaken. He is debuffing everything. Let's attack with all of these. Get another final spark off. No plays. Let's cycle then. There's the Lux. Could have come a turn earlier. I'm actually going to try and go for a kill on the Vex this turn. So we'll do this. We'll target there. And then we'll attack with everything. We actually get a Mystic Shot as well. So we can do this. Get rid of the Vex. Let's see if it plays something else. It doesn't. Oh. Well, it was fine to keep the mana open just to Mystic Shot down whatever he played there. Let's block as many units as possible. I'll keep the Poros up. I'll keep the Poros up. I'll drop down the Lux here. Clear most of the opponent's board. All of the opponent's board, in fact. Then I can mobilize for 4. That's a problem. I still think I can close out the game this turn though. The opponent's losing a lot of his hand because we're removing 4 cards from his hand, and I can drop down the Orleans Soul here, I think. Oh, I don't even need to play the Orleans Soul probably. With the additional Lux on the board, we're more than quadruple casting our spells. Fortunately, he didn't decide to drop the Atakan and then attack. He decided to attack first for some reason. And that means we get free reign to do whatever we want. And that includes killing the opponent. It's fine. We'll attack with all of these units. Keep chipping away at the opponent's nexus very slowly.
No more holding back.
And we rally again, and it's game over for the opponent. We still take some damage at the start of the game, but to be fair, as long as we can keep that damage to a subdued amount, it doesn't appear like we'll struggle past the first and second turns. But things might be different. The last encounter doesn't take damage as long as the opponents control a champion, so that might be a problem. Blue buff, yeah, definitely the blue buff. That way we just refill our spell mana. Might help us go for bigger turns where we spend more mana on spells. Keep the Lux, keep the Mage Seeker Conservator, keep the Shock Blast. I'll keep the Shock Blast. Can do Succession Lux. If only I had a discount on the Mobilize. That would have been perfect. Don't really need an expensive Golden Ages. Let's just do the Ardent Crusader. It will be discounted by our Dauntless Vanguards. It's fine. We'll play the Lux, and then we'll strike with this Lux. Keep this Lux around because I intend to go for the Mobilize triplicated, just so I can go ahead and discard the opponent's entire hand, because I can do that. Also, we're triplicating the final sparks. Ooh. Yeah, I think we're winning this turn. We'll just final spark these guys down. Even if the opponent's nexus is tough and is taking half the amount of damage. Just do that there. The overwhelm unit. Lux with double attack and scout. We'll attack with this Lux, proc the scout. We're using the final spark there. Then we're attacking with our overwhelm barrier unit. And if the opponent blocks there... Oh, he blocks the Lux instead. It's fine. We'll just do this. And we had a Golden Ages on the back of it. Yeah, we're dealing way too much damage. That was the best case scenario for this deck. We just have to replicate this against the last two encounters. I'll definitely need to do so against the Heart of the Fluffed. Crystal Carrier there is fine. I definitely need to play Lux on the first turn. I need to ensure that the Heart of the Fluff doesn't have the what's it called? The spell shield keyword. And this is the worst case scenario. I wanted to keep them mobilized because I found it good, but it was a mistake. Guess we can play Succession, hopefully find something. We need to challenge the opponent's units, I think. No. Oh no no no. Guess we can discard cards from the opponent's hand. It's a massive unit. A succession again. Let's mobilize. There's no champions for 0. Maybe I can find a capture. Exactly what I needed. We'll just play that next turn. Mobilize, mobilize. Just try to mitigate the amount of options the opponent has access to. And I'm final sparking that thing down. Since it doesn't matter that I final spark the bluffed of Poros. This is going to give me some extra damage. Please don't get a Poro with spell shield. Okay, none of the Poros have spell shield at least. Plays the Art of the Fluffed. Perfect. In response, I will detain on our highest statted unit. Being detained, detaining, yep. Poro Stories is fine. What a high roll from the opponent, just getting the exact item from the Poro Stories that he needed to win the game. If the opponent decides not to attack me here, I can supernova that unit down. Except he is going to attack here. Ah. This thing doesn't kill me through the unyielding determination. Because it deals all of the damage on a single swing. So yeah, it deals the unyielding determination proc there, like we saw, because yeah, the overwhelm damage goes through the I can take damage or die, which is a bit unfair, but fine. Ooh, couldn't have asked for a better thing. Never mind, because we didn't draw the Lux. At least this gives me the Lux guaranteed. There she is. Doesn't matter what you play here, opponent. Game's already over. First, we waste the triplication of spells, but we don't need to triplicate spells when the opponent's out of cards and out of options. There. Let's attack with the Aurelian Soul and the Lux. For a second I completely forgot I had the unyielding determination. Without it I would have certainly lost my revive there. Because the damage on the opponent and on board was more than enough. To be fair, the opponent got extremely lucky. Imagine rolling into the exact item from the common pool that you need to protect your only chance at winning the game. We're not going into the last encounter with a full health total. But we have 2 revives and a dream. This time around, let's not keep the card with Farsight Alteration. Toss everything. Except the Mage Seeker Persuader. I feel like that's a fine one drop. Lux. Mobilize. What else? Do I want to place something alongside the Mobilize? Not really. Can do Lux.
We can do
The
this.
opponent probably doesn't have removal for Lux, right? And this clears the spell shield from the Zoe and the Poro King. He's stunning the Lux, that's ephemeral. That's fine, that's exactly the Lux I didn't care about attacking with.
Battle.
Refill our spell mana. It's a bother, but I have to do this to release my unit. This refills our spell. Or the mana, I mean.
Confine and contain.
You don't know what you're doing.
Can I level up the Lux here? I can't because of the discount. Unfortunately. But we're eating a lot of stuff that the opponent probably would like to keep around.
Lights out.
Not leveled up Malphite's fine. Champion strength. Champion strength, and this doesn't really matter when I can do this. And kill those two. Level up the Lux.
Pushing
I get the final spark doubled up. I won't be able to close out the game, but I will be able to prevent the opponent from killing me. That's all that matters. He attacks anyway. Tries to kill the Lux. I have to protect the Lux.
a beacon.
Fortunately, I have enough damage from the final sparks to prevent the Lux's death. I can block here and here. Deny the opponent the rally by not killing the C3 immediately. I'm using Falling Comet here, definitely. We're going for the kill this turn. Let's Golden Ages the Lux. Since she has double attack, we want to attack with her. I'm final sparking the Poro King first. So that way, if he blocks with the C3,
Things right.
I can still kill the Poro King with the final spark, and he has nothing on board to capitalize on the rally effect.
What could have been?
And then I can Golden Ages yet again. Do I want to use the Remembrance? Might as well, just to develop a board. Our units are massive thanks to all of the buffs from the what's it called? Eternal Hunger.
No more holding.
Ooh, we don't get a scout. Well, we don't need to proc the scout. The Eternal Hunger definitely helped us a lot. The amount of lethality we were able to get just from all of our spellcasting was definitely the difference between losing some of the games, because there were a lot of games where we needed to kill the opponent on just a single turn, and without the extra damage we wouldn't have gotten there. I guess this goes to show that combo decks are always good, even if the opponent has a way to mitigate the... Wait, why did I get a reward now? I did that quest like 4 days ago. That was weird. I don't even remember what I was saying. Yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.